Hello there. Welcome to another demonstration. This time I'm going to do a question from the Leaving Cert Ordinary Level paper, and it's the quadratic formula. This is a question that comes up every year. It's something that you really need to know. So again, it's a demonstration of how effective I can make it using my board. So we look at the question here. So it's solved the equation 2x squared minus 7x minus 3. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a copy of that and bring it to my board. And we get it like this. Now, this is a question that's fairly standard on the Leaving Cert Ordinary Level paper. So we look here, and I've got 2x squared minus 7x minus 3. Now the formula we have for this, it's called the quadratic formula, and I know to use this because it says here decimal places. So when you see a quadratic equation and asked to correct two decimal places, you use the quadratic formula, which is as follows. It's minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So, people look at this and they get really confused with the C letters. But all these letters mean is they stand for different numbers. And the numbers are directly related to this equation here. So, because any quadratic equation is written in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So in other words, whatever x squared is multiplied by, that's equal to a. Whatever x is multiplied by, that's equal to b. And whatever is left over is c. So look, so a in this case here is 2, b is minus 7, and c is minus 3. So I can now write that here as follows. A is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 7, and c is equal to minus 3. Now, another common mistake people make, or the way it's taught, is to fill in like this. And invariably what happens is, you try to do it all in one go, and it leads to you making a mistake. I suppose the way I like to say it is this: if you've got ingredients and you go to bake a cake, you're not just going to put them all into a bowl and throw it in the oven and hope a cake turns out. So what you do is you do each part separately and then bring it all in together. So for example, minus b. So minus b is equal to minus 7, which is equal to 7. Okay? Now, b squared. B squared is equal to minus 7 squared, which is equal to, and this is just calculation, so you put this into your calculator, and that's equal to 49. Minus 4ac, so I'm looking at 4ac. So 4 times a times c, that's what that means. So that's going to be 4 times a, which is 2, and c, which is minus 3. So 2 times 4 is 8, and 8 times minus 3 is minus 24. And the last part is 2a. So that's equal to 2 times a, and a is equal to 2, so it's equal to 4. Now, so if you look here, watch. So if I have, so minus b, that's one part, is equal to that. B squared, another part, is equal to that. 4ac is equal to minus 24, and 2a is equal to 4. So in effect what I did was I broke this formula into 4 parts, worked them out nice and simply, easy calculations, and now I just go and write the formula out. So my formula here will be, or fill it into the formula, so it's going to be minus b, 7, plus or minus square root b squared, which is 49, minus 24, and that's going to be all over 2 times a, which is 4. So that's 7 plus or minus, now 49 plus 24, because minus and a minus give you a plus. 2 negatives is a positive. So that's going to be 6973, the square root of 73 over 4. And that's equal to 7 plus the square root of 73 divided by 4, or 7 minus the square root of 73 divided by 4. Then it's just a matter of you popping that into your calculator and you get your two solutions. So that was just an example of how this board and how effective it is to make things really clear, using colours and how quickly it can be done, how efficient it makes the teaching. Okay, so that's that question there. Now, and then there's no messing around. So there's no more wiping out trying to move on to the next question. Okay? So if I want to go on then and do the next question, rather than having to spend 5-10 minutes, wiping out and you have a smudge board and things like that, I press that. And look, I come up with a nice fresh page to start. And so I can go like this. And I am good to start my next question. Like so. Okay, so I'll be doing that in the next video, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed that.